How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem and welcome back. This is part 31 of my full platinum walkthrough for Hollow Knight's Silksong. In today's video, we're accessing 2 brand new areas, and then we're going to backtrack through the world and do a bunch of cleanup work now that we have the fade down cloak, and we're going to get a whole bunch of random stuff done all over the world today. We are going to be moving around like crazy. So yeah, it's going to be a fun chapter, and we might kill the very first enemy. We have an invitation to Hell's Kitchen to get berated by Gordon Ramsay, and I don't know, I might do something wholesome like build us a robot friend. So it's going to be a fun chapter, and I hope you guys are excited for that. But before we get into that, I wanted to give a shout out to anyone who got the riddle correctly in the last chapter. Special shout out to Alfie Watson. You used your context clues like a smart person, so GG's to anyone who got it correctly. It was indeed icicles. But now today's riddle is going to go up in difficulty, and then after this chapter, for the final few chapters, I'm going to make these riddles ridiculously hard. So I hope you guys enjoy the last kind of normal riddle, because now after this video, it's getting crazy. So anyways, here is today's riddle. What is full of holes, but still holds a lot of weight? I don't know. But now it's time to make our backup save on the cloud or on your hard drive, get that permanent checkpoint, and then we can load up our save file and begin today's chapter. And as you see, I'm at 7 hours. I'm going to be aiming to wrap today's chapter up around the 8.5 hour mark. I would say no later than 9 hours, but we have a lot to do and we're going to be farming certain things. So it might take you a little bit longer depending on how fast you are at that stuff. But I would say around 8.5 hours is a goal to aim for. So anyways, when you're ready, go ahead and load up your save file and I'll see you guys in game. Ooh, look at us at the first shrine bench. All right, let's quickly go over the loadout. As you can see, today I am officially not poor. Exciting stuff, guys. Big change of pace there. We actually have 500 beads. I have 3 pouches and 3 tool damages, so we're just 1 away from each of the categories there. We have the 2 keys from the slab. We have a simple key. We also have 1 cog heart piece, and we've gotten the crust nut, which is the item 1 for the Great Taste of Farland Wish. We got that in Sands of Carrick. So those are all the key items that we have. As far as crest, I have every crest but the shaman and witch crests, and I have most of the memory lockets at this point. I think I'm only missing 2? Yeah, 2 at this point from the crest that we have. There's a look at the skills and all of the tools that we have. No wish is active at the moment, and here are the maps that I have. Again, you only need to buy the maps that Sherma sells. Those are the only required ones. But anyways, I'm gonna head over to Memorium, and I'm honestly worried I might not get everything I want to get done in an hour or an hour and a half. Like we're gonna be covering some ground. Like I know I normally say that we have a lot to do because it's true, but today, I mean, an impressive amount of shit that we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna be trying to move quick. It might be a little faster than normal in terms of, you know, I'm not waiting around. Anyways, go to the bench. We don't need to kill any of these guys. I guess the good thing at this point, we're not really needing like beads outside of, you know, like the purchases, but I don't need... No, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say we don't need to like level up our character anymore, so we don't have to waste time killing any enemies and stuff. We're doing the memory puzzle here. I'm a literal genius. I like to look at the cogs below. If you like hold down the left joystick, you can see the actual magic that's happening. Or you can just not spoil it for yourself and believe that that cog heart piece just came out of nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna drop down, and I am personally going to buy the map, everybody. Again, you do not have to buy this if you don't want. Only the ones that Sherma sells, but I just like to have them all. Plus, it's easy to show like where we're at and all of that. But if you don't want to buy it, that's totally fine too. But what you do need to do is come to the left here, and in this room, get the mossberry right there, and then we can open up the shortcut back to the bench. And we can rest, and now we can go back on the main path. Kill that guy or not. He drops a lot of shards, so I mean, you know, feel free to get that kill. But now we're going up instead, and then we're heading to the left. I can't really kill him. It's hard to get around him. All right, we're gonna go over here and kill the flowers. Man, that was a rough landing on that one. And you can just pogo. You'll probably get hit at least once or twice, but you can pogo on him and then pick up the memory locket. Now we can head back to the middle here and go up. There we go. And then we just need to go left. We don't need to go right or anything. Again, we don't really need any of the lore or the enemies. You know, we're not doing the hunter journal like that, so we're just doing the mandatory areas. Oh, damn. Didn't expect him to kill himself there. But yeah, go ahead and open the shortcut, rest at the bench if you need to. And then we can head back up. And then where this broken glass is, we can go left. And we're going to drop all the way down and go to the right. Just watch out for the thorns. Ooh. I meant to stop and everything. I knew that was going to be there. All right, go up and over. And then we're going to land about halfway down on the wall, somewhere there. And instead of jumping and then dashing, you're going to dash and then jump. So dash and then jump. And that's how you do that one. And we'll complete a spool fragment. Freaking Pog. Freaking Poggers, brother. W in the chat, boys and girls. Goated. Alright, break the shortcut, hit the bench, and now we can head to the right. Or excuse me, back up. Almost going to the right. Not yet, though. We need to free the fluffiest being in the realm. You know, I'm actually shocked that there's not like a dialogue or something from Hornet, because if you follow her lore, she's obsessed with fluffy creatures. Also, we don't need to buy the Ventrica station, but if for some reason you wanted it, there it is. But she's obsessed with the fluffy characters, and I'm kind of shocked there's not a proper dialogue for this character. Pick up the Memorium. We don't really need that, but you know, might as well grab it while we're here. That's for the Bell home, if you remember. But now we're going to do a lockdown with what I call the zookeepers. You know, the Memorium is like a zoo, and these guys are the ones who monitor it, so I call them the zookeepers. I don't actually know, is Memorium like cruel? Is it like are they doing testing and stuff, or is it more like preserving life? Like, I don't really know if it's place. Should I not like this place, or is it a good spot? All right, so definitely pick up the Volt Vessel tool, and then we're gonna go up. And this is what I mean. I wish once you freed him, I wish there was like bonus dialogue or something from Hornet. Like she like freaks out, like cuteness overload. GG's, buddy. Yeah, Hornet's just like, ah! Like, freaks out. Maybe she pets him or something. I don't know. If she's so obsessed with the fluffy creatures, that's like #1 fluffy creature in the world. Alright, we're dropping all the way back down to the bench. And now we're gonna head right where the map was and all that. And that secret room is up here. And if you run, you just kind of avoid the enemies mostly. And there's a shard bundle at the bottom if you need it. And then we're in the Putrified ducts. And we're just going to run all the way across this room. There are rosary beads on the bottom right. Pick up the beads. Damn. Okay. Thank you, game, for all of that. So get the beads, and then we can drop down here. And bare minimum, you want to at least buy the bellway. I'm going to be buying both the bellway and the bench. That's definitely the smart move. But if you have like 0 beads, at least get the bellway. That's the only one that's like mandatory. But obviously having a bench in this area is a good idea for not only that, like healing, but just a checkpoint. But yeah, go ahead and buy the bellway, bare minimum. Hopefully you can get both. If not, I would try to get both at some point. But when you... Alright, thank you, game. Just a reminder, you can use your cling grip to go through the vines without getting captured. But come up here and grab the map for free. That's awfully nice of them. So yeah, there's the... Oh, I forgot about that one. Anyways, we're dropping down all the way. Then head to the left. One more time. There's vines right here as well, so watch out. There we go. And now there's a big enemy up above us, so I like to get captured. No. And then you can go above it. There we go. There's also shards right there. But if you keep going all the way to the top left, there is the key of apostate, which we need. Now we can drop down. Go meet the NPC. The Huntress. Alright, so accept the broodfeast wish. I tried a bunch of ways to farm this the fastest and fit it into our timeline, and there's a really good one right now. If we were to farm it, we could tie it into a whole bunch, but unfortunately we have to talk to one NPC before we can actually do that. So unfortunately my like perfect synced up planning, it fell apart because of that one thing. So unfortunately we will have to double back to the area we're gonna go farm in. But I just want you to know I had it planned, and it just upset me because I go to Bone Bottom to farm it, and there's a thing we have to do in Bone Bottom, but we couldn't do it. So unfortunately we will have to double back. But none of that really should matter to you, I guess. Like, all right. I'm just gonna use a memory locket since I picked one up, and what we're gonna do is throw on the Pompeo. So we need to get, if you remember, we have to get the different organs, the seared, shredded, and skewered. We're gonna use some slightly different tools this time around since we don't have all the tools at this point. But yeah, go ahead and put the Pompeo on, and we're gonna go to Bone Bottom and farm these. Wait, what am I doing? Oh wait, no, that was right. We're going back to the Bellway. Oh, Ira went to sleep on me? I thought we called her. Maybe not. Bone Bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the little route that I run, and I'll show you the entire farming method. So first and foremost, go ahead and rest of the bench. Make sure you have Pompeo equipped. And we need 15 of these, I believe, or 16? 15, yeah. So you'll have to get the distance down for this tool and the other one. But it's this, like, you'll see what like distance I'm doing, and it's like that for everything. You can also feel free to like hit an enemy and then do it, but since we're using the Pompeo, it doesn't really need like a warm-up. Like, you don't have to kill the enemy. You don't have to hit it once. But for the other tools, it's smart to like get like one hit in, or two maybe. So yeah, I'm just doing this little lap right here. Oh shoot. Oh, I definitely hit the wrong button there. I'll be honest, that one, That one was the wrong button. Okay. Love when they make the tool button the same as your skill button. Love when they overlap buttons that you definitely don't want to use one or the other. I don't know why. I know that like controllers are limited when it comes to like the amount of buttons, but I don't know why so many games will make combinations like dangerously similar to other things. But it's like, I'm not mad at that. I'm more mad at like what they choose to overlap. It'll be like things that you're like, I absolutely need these to be different. You know, it'd be different if it was like the map button was overlapped. Like, I don't need, that doesn't bother me. But when they put like your skill and your tool button as the same button, you know, I don't know why games do that. So many of them do. Oh my god. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Skill issue though, I suppose. Oh my goodness, game. It's because I'm holding the joystick. I need to let go of that. Where it's like, the fact that I'm holding the joystick slightly to the up and then I hit the tool button, it's like, nope, you activated your skill. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess you should just let go of the, Alright, game. Now you're just being annoying. Yeah, I just have to, like, stop moving and let go of all controls and then just hit the tool button, but it seems kind of, counterintuitive. Oh well, though. Maybe I'll actually kill this guy. Yes! Alright, so as you can see, there's lap number 1. The next tool is a little bit faster. It's only like 2 laps, I think. So, you know, if I had gotten a couple extra kills there, it wouldn't have been as difficult. But now go ahead and put on the long pen. And we only need 10 of these. Same distance, same throw. It does take more than 1 pen to kill. So this is the tool where you'll want to get a hit in and then go ahead and do it. And then for the big guys, you'll want to get 2 hits in. And it's going to be 2 pens, I believe, to kill it, even with 2 hits. Okay. Gosh, I'm freaking amazing. So I think I got at least 5 there. Yeah, so 6. So it's only 2 laps on this one. And then the last one goes, it's about the same amount of time, but it is, you have to get 35 of the organs, but you get multiple for every kill, so it doesn't take that. Okay, all right, Gabe, I get it. And we're done. Yeah, the anklets make things a lot faster, I would say, for farming. I mean, obviously, but when I did this in the first playthrough, I don't think we had the anklets equipped. So it's definitely noticeable. All right, so now we're going to swap out to the architect build, and don't put any tools there. Just put on whatever you want. I'm just going to throw on like random shit here. Not really that worried, but more importantly, just at least the anklets. And we just want the architect crest equipped. And now just for simply killing with this, we get organs. We need 35, but we do have to kill them with the pogo type of kill. It can't just be like a normal, but you can go ahead and get one, but it takes you a second to figure out the spacing. Okay. Oh, I'm hitting, oh my God. I was hitting the tool button, like, why isn't it working? So you can see, just after 2, I'm already at 6, so it definitely doesn't take as long. And I like to go a little bit further out of the normal circle. I can do like a bigger lap is what I'm trying to say. So you can go up here and get these kills real quick. Plus you get a few beads, so who doesn't like that? I'll drop back down. Uh-oh. I can head to the right here and get at least one of these kills real quick as well. There's a couple enemies in this area. So you can pretty much just do like one big lap and get all of your organs that way. So yeah, I'm at 30, so... Oh, that's unfortunate. And there we go. So since that one doesn't require us resetting our toolkit, we can just kind of farm really quick. But I mean, to get all 3 of those done, that didn't take but like, what, at least, I would say 8 minutes, maybe, something like that. So not too bad. To get one of the longest farming missions out of the way, I would say that's pretty quick. So now we can swap back to that, and then don't forget to put your cog flies back on, or whatever tool you mainly use. And we are good to go. See, this is the point where we would go to turn in our mossberry, and that's where I was a little bit upset that it couldn't be as efficient as I wanted it to be, just because we hadn't spoken to the guy that starts the wish. So unfortunately, I can't turn in the thing to get the actual the stew or whatever. So just let you know, I would have done it that way if you're wondering. All right, so let me catch up on my notes real quick. All right, we're going to drop down. We're going to go turn in our wish. Hello, I'm home. Yeah, you can have these organs, I suppose. This gives us the long claw tool. Yay! Alright, so once we have the long claws done and you picked up the key of apostate from earlier, you are done with that room. And now we can head to the right to properly continue in the area. Oh. I actually hate that enemy so much. That specific enemy, not that type, but like that enemy. I was trying to pogo off of that guy, but looks like I might actually have to try. Oh my goodness. I had like the worst cough in my throat, like, so I was like, felt like I was dying for a second in real life. Alright, give me the precious beads. Oh shit. Alright, so get the beads, we can break open the shortcut. Feel free to rest the bench, but I'm not going to since I'm literally coming right back. This will loop into the bench. Ooh. We're gonna head right first. and get the Wreath of Purity. Because I'm just an innocent little hornet. I'm just so pure. And now we're going to get captured. And get captured again. Oops, I got captured again. Oh no. Oh, well, would you look at that? Oh, now I'm just doing it on purpose, I think. Like Ned Flanders or whatever from Simpsons. Well, goodness golly, I got captured. How about you go fucking meet up with everybody, all right? Stop giving me lip. Go back to your people. All right. I think she got the message. So now we can hit the bench here. And now back down. Whoops. Not all the way. Into the shortcut that we opened. I always forget about those. Now we're gonna drop down. What the hell just happened? What? Am I alive? Okay, you guys saw that, right? What the hell? I think I just went through a wormhole. All right, so once we're in the cave here, Fletopia or whatever it's called, play your needle in to get the lore here so we can tell the fleas about this place. You'll have to read the sign as well. That was really crazy. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen the plant eat me only to spit me out and teleport me down. Kind of crazy. But at least I filmed it, because then, you know, I got proof. Hornet's a time traveler. All right, so we're not going to do the secret ending thing just yet. Also, we can't, so that also is a reason we can't do it. I suppose you could save and quit at this point to get back to the bench. Haha, that's what you get. Oh, I literally did the thing just to avoid it, and I still got hit. I don't like this. Oh, look at me avoiding getting hit. Let's go. All right, now we are heading to the Grand Bellway. And then we're going to head to First Shrine, where we should meet Sherma now that we've explored. Come on. By the way, I rested these benches and stuff, like, even if we don't need them, because if the game crashes, at least you have a logged checkpoint. Because if, like, I had it crash in my last recording where I was right here, I got off the Ventrica, and as soon as I dropped down right here, it crashed. And then I had to reload, like, all the way back at the previous area. It would have, like, put me back in Putrified. So just a reason why I rested, like, every bench I see, pretty much. Yeah, exhaust her dialogue. This will set up a quest to where we can go rescue her. And then we can exhaust his dialogue. All right, Limply Lay is the one you're looking for on that guy. I think that's everything she says. Nope, all right. There we go. It's the brothers and sisters line. But now we can pick up Cloaks of the Choir Wish to get more beads. This one's, again, not required, but definitely helps us farm. And then we still have these three. I'm not going to buy these three items. We have to spend a lot of money this chapter on other shit, not on items. Okay, so now we're gonna head over to the left, and we're going to High Halls. Now, I didn't have the Ventrica station bought, which I'm still gonna leave it that way. I don't want to actually buy it. Because once I'm done with this, I'm not really coming back too much. And if I do, it's literally like right here, so I'm not that worried about it, you know? Save us a little bit of beads, since I am buying all the maps as well. But yeah, just jump up here. So that's not too bad from first shrine. That doesn't, like, take a whole bunch of time to get over here. But make sure you rest. This is a little tricky, but it's not too bad. Come up here. It saves us from having to go all the way across. If you can just pogo those 4 times, you'll be fine. And then we're going up. And break that wall there. Drop down. And then we're going up. And we can get the cylinder for beads. But this is also a shortcut to get back to the thing. Now, I would advise, you know, just get past these enemies the best you can. If you need to kill them, that's fine, but there is one that I think is smart to kill, which I will point out in just a moment. But go up here, you can go into this room to kind of reset the enemies. And then we need to go up. And this first enemy that we see, I would advise killing it. It gets to be a little too tricky. Goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to be very careful since I've literally taken all of the damage. But there's one more enemy. Okay, I did it. Get that spool fragment. Oh, that was close. And now, good, I am just risking it. Go for broke. Oh my god. That's crazy. Hopefully you're not in the same boat as me and almost dead after one, one hit away. Hopefully Grendel doesn't take your beads as well, like what happened to me in my main run. Okay. Now we're dropping down, and we can go back down to the left, or back down to the High Halls thing. The Ventrica. Man, I don't know how I've managed to make it all the way back without dying. That's crazy. This is a welcomed bench if I've ever seen one. Anyways, we're after the spool fragment and the cylinder in that area and the beads at the top right. Those are the 3 items we picked up from this area, and now we can move along. Okay, let's head on. We are dropping down again. Dropping down again. Hang on. There we go. Got some lovely beads. Start working on our cloak wish. So I was thinking I could take your clothes, mister. How does that sound? So how many do we need again? It is 16, so that's not too bad. We'll definitely get them. So on this bottom right corner, we can break that wall there and get some more rosary. Also probably die to this guy since I always die to these guys. But there's a big rosary necklace, so that's pretty nice to have. Cool. Thanks, Gabe. Completely ruined my heal. So I'm going to open up that real quick. And then we can start. This is the NPC we had to talk to start the delivery. So if I had spoken to him when we were in Bone Bottom farming it, we would have been able to just turn in the Mossberry and go straight to it. So I'd like everybody to just officially hate Loyal Mergwin at this point. He ruined our efficiency. But yes, give the great taste of Farloom accepted. Plus, rumor has it that Loyal Mergwin licks his own toes, so I don't know. He's something about having ingredients or something. So, in case you didn't catch that, I turned in the crust nut. So, as you can see, our checkpoint, we have 4 items left. We opened up that lever, so make sure you have both of those opened up. And now we're gonna just start making our way through the area. Well, well, well. My goodness. I was trying to kill it in there so I could get its cloak, but I suppose that didn't work out. Nope. Dang it. That guy always suicides and I never get his cloak. Alright, so once the fan is active, I think you know what we're about to do. We're about to fly. Fly, fly, fly away. Please, make me a bird. Am I just stupid? Like, what? The part of the game where you don't have to do anything. You just have to fall. And I somehow messed that up. Today's chapter is not the parkour chapter for myself. Try to lure this guy over here on the ledge. That way we don't lose his cloak. And then there is a lever you can activate here to open up that shortcut back to like the high halls. So definitely get that opened up. And let's see, we are going back down, I believe. All right, so from the top here, we're okay, cool, 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 cool. We're heading to the left right here. Hey, buddy, why don't you just go ahead and die already? Ooh, I saved that bead. I did it. I lost that bead, though. All right, so grab those beads. Now we can head down and to the left. So from the lever, we are going down 1 floor. All right, sorry, my notes they, like scrolled back up to the first page of my notes, not where I was at. So we're heading up and to the right here for a flea. Unfortunately, we can't get that guy's cloak unless he joins you over here, but it's kind of tough to get him. Oh, well, it looks like he obliged. I will take that. Give me that cloak. Yeah, definitely get the fleet. Don't worry about that guy. And let's see. Why does it keep scrolling? What is happening? Am I bumping into something? It's like my entire notes keep going back to the top. Anyways, go to the left here. We can do a cogwork puzzle. I am like super smart. I died of little bugs, I died of mouses, I died of my own peril of falling, but somehow I can dominate the memory puzzles. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this world. There's things that you're good at and there's things you're bad at, I suppose, is the moral of this story. Give me your cloak, mister. Alright, now we're heading down into the left for the spa. Actually, hang on. One more floor down. Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. I can dominate the memory puzzle, but then I die to spikes that I know are there. Make it make sense. Alright, we're not going to go out to the left just yet. I'm going to attempt to be efficient, everybody. Alright, so come up here. Hit that bench where now we can... head over here. Break the thing, break the chain. And just for shits and gigs, I'm gonna activate both of the faucets. But now we can drop down. Ooh, I jumped a little too far. Oh, it almost gave it to me though. Oh, is that so, game? Be a little bold in that since we're literally getting a spot right after this. But, you know, feel free to hit that lever. And then we want to break this gate open. And since when we open this up, you might as well kill these couple of guys right here. He's going to die to the spikes. But more importantly... we can get this and the beads. So you might as well get the cloak and the beads while you're here. All right. We'll come back in this area in a minute. But for now, we can drop down and go do a lockdown. How are we doing on cloaks at the moment? 8 of 16. All right, that's not bad. So head to the left. Now instead of going up, we're going left, where there's a lockdown right here. 42 minutes. I'm trying to hustle. I hope I can get everything done. Those enemies are the most tedious to kill. For like, they take 5 hits. And they can block everything practically. Ooh, almost got hit by that. Yeah, these guys. I don't know. It's like, they block you all the time too. Got him. I freaking got him. Alright, we can open up the shortcut here. And when you know it, there's some beads. We're gonna go down for even more beads. I like beads. It's like that Anchorman. I love lamp. Yeah, we love beads. And then this guy's gonna have a cloak. Was that 9? Yeah. And then this drops down to the Ventrica station, which you could buy, I suppose, but more importantly, we want to at least open up the gate right there. Now we want to rest at this bench. This is important for resetting the world. So I'm also going to really quick, while we're here, kill those couple enemies if I can for some more cloaks. Should just need 6 more. Yeah. So there's also this guy right here. I think that's... Yeah, nothing else is really, like, time... It's not efficient. So once you've rested at this bench, we can actually go down and talk to the Green Prince again, who should be in this room. Like so. This is the first time we encounter him after freeing him. So... After doing the lockdown, rest, and then I like to run out and farm those enemies, so I leave the area. And then you want to exhaust his entire dialogue, because we need him to progress his little path. And now, if... Whoops, hold on. That's the way we're going to go. But first, I want to get the cloaks. So this room's actually pretty good for cloaks. What happened to him? What the fuck? That was funny. He just like disappeared, I think. Nah, we don't need Grendel. Alright, I guess I'll just reset. Yeah, nothing's really faster here. Seems like. Let's see if this room has enough. Yeah, no, these guys are not. Oh, but here we go. Oh, I guess the spa, just getting this guy, maybe the one above him, is probably the fastest method, I guess, at the moment. But you shouldn't need too many. No! Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I just need 2 more. So it seems like reset the bench at the spa, get the enemy that we just got and the big guy, and then you can try to get this kill, but at least get this one. There we go, that should be all of them. Boom. They're not too bad. And then we drop down for the spa. Or actually, I need to... We're going up anyways, so might as well go this way. It pays to know the world. Somehow get back to right here where the slab bridge is. You can either go through the spa and reset at the bench and then come around, or do what I just did. Now there's a rosary string bead here. At least now we're done with farming for a little while. We've done the big wish. We've done the 2, like, farming the enemies for, you know, random stuff. So we're kind of done with that now in our playthrough. That's good. Be done with the in-game farming pretty much. Like, we still have other shit to farm, but we're making decent progress. Go ahead and open up this door. We can open up that lever. And then we're going up, and we're going to enter, and this is a memory locket. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. A memory locket in this area. Plus, you can open a shortcut if you want. I don't really need it, but I'll show you just in case you need it. Right here. But for us, it's more important we come to the right here and grab the memory locket. Alright, I'm going to quickly rest of the bench, just so I've got that as my checkpoint. And you can either make a backup save now or wait till we finish the last room and then do it. So whatever you feel like doing. But we are fighting the boss here, so you can go ahead and open the door if you want to the boss room. Brother, I don't want to fight you, sir. But come over here. We're going to the right. The other one's just for the Grendel enemies, if you remember. Head all the way to the right, and there's a Weaver effigy. So that'll give us even more beads. My goal is to basically never have to farm beads, until maybe the very end, depending on how we do. But I think we can do it. Oh yeah, I have to go to the left. Dang it! I don't want to do that though. I didn't even hit it, I don't think. Alright, now we can head back to the bench. And that's where you'd make your backup save if you wanted to do so. I have never died to this boss. Not in my practice runs, not in my recording runs. So I don't plan to start today by dying. So I'm going to be bold. I'm not going to make a backup save. But if you want, now would be a good time to do so. I will uninstall my YouTube channel. I'll delete the entire walkthrough if I die to this boss. Make like crazy promise. But first and foremost, let's get out of beads. Never have too many beads. I think for being the person who made one of the first walkthroughs for this game, I think Team Cherry could send me like an actual rosary necklace. I think that'd be cool. I'll take beads in my form of payment, Team Cherry, please. Alright, we're going down and then to the right. There we go. So, beat the boss here. Nothing too crazy. Let me lock in and focus on this very difficult boss. I'm gonna make you look stupid. I'm gonna show you my most aggressive run here. Go team. Now, phase 2. Oh, you got me. I'm thinking 2 more hits. 1. Oh. No, more than that. It was like 5 or 6. Dang. Never died to you. Can somebody please send me footage of what it looks like to die to that boss? I've just never seen it. It'd be cool to see something I've never seen before. You know? Never seen that before. Oh, thumbnail. Let's go. Just never seen myself die to that boss fight, so, you know. I think it's the only enemy in the entire game I've not died to. I've died to every possible enemy. Like, the smallest, most insignificant enemies, they've killed me like 5 times over. But for some reason, that boss and I, we just get along. I'm like a pastor, you know. That boss is the first sinner. When it comes to that boss, I purge the devil. I'm like a pastor getting rid of sin with that boss. It just makes sense. All right, so this is gonna give us the rune rage, I believe it's called. And then all we need after this will be the pale nails, which we get in Act 3, if you remember. But we're pretty much done with the silk skills. In hindsight, it would have been faster to do the mask shard in the slab first and then the boss. So if you're watching this and then coming back, I was just thinking about that because you would have gotten the mask shard as soon as you get to the slab, and then you would go down because this basically dumps us out in the bellway. So if you're looking to save like 15 seconds, there you go. But I did it the other way around. I did the boss and then the mask, and then I'll go out on the bellway. But while I'm sitting here thinking of it, I'm like, man, it would have been faster to do the mask shard first. I'm just trying to hustle so we can get this shit done in less than an hour and a half is my goal, but I'm hoping to get it done sooner. Just think about it. We've done Memorium, Putrified ducts, high halls. We've done a lot. Now we're finishing up the spa and the slab. It's actually crazy how many places we're going in this chapter. So, and we're not done. So right when you came in on that door right there, so if you wanted, it would be faster to come up and do this first and then the boss, like I was saying. So when you first get out from, like, when we leave the spot and come to the slab, instead of doing the boss and all, you know, you could just head up here and get the mass shard first. To this door. But I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, but I would like it for the efficiency because you finish this and then you have to go down anyways. Alright, now watch this diabolical maneuver. So off the cage or the wall if it had already fallen. The only time we need to pogo off is here and at the very end. Alright, so up. We're gonna hang out like right here roughly. And give me that mask. Ooh, looking purty. And we're out of here. So now it's time to get back to that bellway. My goodness, stop climbing onto the walls. I went one floor too short. Dang it. Could make a backup save after killing the boss if you wanted, so you have a good checkpoint. But nothing crazy. That's the only, like, enemy that we have to do. Alright, so now we are heading to Bellheart, I believe. Yes. Bellheart. I'm trying, at this point, to get us money is my goal. Because we have to donate a lot of beads for unnecessary causes, in my opinion. Whoops, hang on, not that one. Oh yeah, first and foremost, you can go ahead and talk to get the courier rasher. We're not picking it up just yet, but just talk to them so it's active or whatever. What we are going to do here is turn in our relic. And we'll be back here to start the delivery if I have time. I'm going to try to get it all done. But I just need money, so we're turning in that, and we're going to go turn in our cylinders now. Because once we get back to first shrine, I think it should throw you to the right since there's the bench right there. Like, I don't know why it always puts you to the left. But wouldn't it make more sense to throw you towards the Ventrica, the bench, and the other Bellway station? Just saying, Team Cherry, come on now. This game's trash. Like, just, that's your reasoning. Alright, so first turn in the wish. And there's a new wish available now that we can donate 500 beads to, unfortunately. And it is mandatory. So, pick up Balm for the Wounded. Actually, I'm sorry, it's after we do this one, but Balm for the Wounded. And the shop is still the same, I believe. But in order to, like, get the wish where the shopkeeper disappears and then it updates his shop, we need to donate the things. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. So I'm trying to, this is me trying to get you as many beads as possible. Alright, so now that Sherma's lost, we need to go very quickly rescue her. It's going to be a record time on a research, or not a research, rescue mission. We need to go rescue Sherma. She's never even thought that you could be rescued this quickly. Just over an hour. Okay. We'll see how I can get everything done. I'm trying. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna save us some time here. This is not difficult, so you should rest here. And that way we can save and quit back to that bench. So don't rest at the one in Whiteward. And I'm assuming you'll be fine. It's only like it's only a couple enemies, so nothing crazy. I imagine if you can make it there relatively unharmed, then you'll be fine. What the hell? Didn't know he could teleport like that. Dude, leave me alone. I'm scared now. Man's just following me through my nightmares. Okay, anyways, don't rest at the bench there then. So we're dropping down and to the right, go down. And just avoid all of these enemies if you want. I mean, you can kill them if you want, but I am not doing that. We don't have enough time for that. All right, so right here, go left and go into the room. So as long as you can survive this, then you should be fine. So basically, once I do this lockdown, I'm going to save and quit back to the bench, and I believe that should work. This isn't a hard lockdown. It's only like a few enemies. Sherma's little nails are rattling. She's so scared. Oh. Sherma, get out of here. Come on. Let's go home. Yeah, record time on our rescue mission. But we've done the Balm for the Wounded Wish, and in exchange we get a nice... Come on. A nice little spool fragment. To actually complete a spool fragment. We're getting ever so closer to the full spools. Alright, now we're done with that. And now I'm going to see if this works here. Save and quit. Let's see, we're 8 hours, 7 minutes. So my goal is 8.5 hours at the worst case. So I think we'll be alright on that. Yes, okay, that worked. Cool. Oh, wait, hang on. We got to go to Bone Bottom now. This is where, you know, we could have eliminated this when we were farming in Bone Bottom. And yes, I guess you could do the farming at this point and then go back, but you're still going to have to go back to Putrified ducts, so it doesn't really, like, take all that much time extra. And I guess we can save and quit again to that bench if you want to even save any more time. I don't often take advantage of the save and quit benches because I don't know if they're always going to be available like that if that thing is there, so I don't want my time to rely on that, but, you know, you should be fine, like, speedrun-wise if you never do it. I'm just showing you in case it is still available. I do think that one, though, no matter how many updates or whatever they do, I think that will always be available, but you never know. It just doesn't seem... It seems more like a mechanic versus an actual, like, glitch or something. Alright, so now we get the Mossberry Stew. That's the item you would not get. If you would come and turn this in earlier, you wouldn't get the Mossberry Stew. Because we hadn't activated the Great Taste of Farland Wish. Alright, Druid's Eyes. There we go. I think I'm going to have to, I don't know, maybe I'll put it all into one video. I'm debating if we should do everything, so we still have a lot to do. Not a lot, but it's definitely more than 20 minutes. You know what, I think, yeah, I'm going to do this last one, and then I'll do the rest of it in the next chapter. I don't want this to be a super long chapter. But that'll be fine. Because we still have to do, we still have to go to Sinner's Road and beat the boss. Then we have to do the delivery. Then we have to talk to the Green Prince. Then it's like activate the Sentinel. Then do a few other things. So basically, nothing crazy, but we'll save all the rest of my stuff for the first like 15 minutes of the next chapter. I know a lot of you guys, I've seen the comments, you guys don't want the super long chapters. I'm trying to keep them between 45 and an hour. But anyways, this is why we need a bunch of beads, was this right here. And then again, once we're done with this, when we get back to the first shrine, we're going to have to buy the wish that's 500 beads. So you don't want to be spending all your beads until you've bought the vintage thing. Hang on, go away. Until you've bought the vintage and you've donated the beads. Because once you've donated them and bought the vintage, then you're done with the like absurd purchases outside of the tool items and stuff. But it's kind of wild that we have to spend 1,000 beads just on like the wishes. Not even for like our tools or anything. Hornet? Are we gonna hit him or what? Man, I was struggling there. I did it. Man, compared to that first time we did that, so different. Okay. So we're at a minute. Let's see, let me decide real quick. Okay, yeah, it's best if I call it here, because everything else is like, you have to do it. If you start it, you can't really just pause it. So I'm going to go ahead and rest here. Just really quick, here are the ingredients we have so far. We just need the pickled muck maggot and the courier's rasher, which we will do in the next chapter. We have all the skills except for the last one, so we're almost done with that. As far as items, I suppose I can go ahead and complete the memory lockets for every crest we have, so that's nice. So now all of our crests have all of the memory sockets equipped, so we're done with those for now. And then let's see, as far as tools, we have a bunch of new ones, so there you go. And then yeah, we have a simple key which we will need for next chapter. There's the tools are one away from each one of those. So next chapter basically oh wait, I think, yeah, and then there's the maps. So now at this point, the plan is going to be to finish up what we were doing right now and finish up the wishes. That'll get us basically all of our required wishes for the moment. And then we'll, I guess I'm trying to explain this, like to finish Act 2 and all of the items, we are doing, it's like 2 phases. Like we're wrapping up the wishes that we're working on, which will then unlock the last phase of wishes. So we're basically in the next chapter going to complete Bile Water, which will open up the next phase of wishes. So we're going to start by finishing up what we didn't get done today. Then we're going to go over to Biowater and a couple other side stops, and then we should be able to activate the last couple wishes to wrap up like the requirements for Act 2. And then it's just a matter of getting everything, which we are for the most part done. And there's a couple like, like the boss in Sands of Carrick. So there's a few things that are like not really out of our way, but just kind of random. So next chapter, I think I can get all of it done. I'm not sure. It'll be kind of like today where I'll just play it by ear. But I think for the most part, we can wrap up all of the like stuff in Act 2 for the most part. And then we'll push on to Act 3 eventually. But I would say within the next 2 chapters, we should be done with everything. So we're making very good time, I would say. I'm at like, as you can see, let's look. I think I'm at 8 hours, 15 minutes, maybe something like that. So that would give you an idea of where I'm at. 8:13. Ooh, I was close. But yeah, we're doing good on beads. We're doing good on time. I'm really trying to finish Act 2 in under 10 hours. That way you have plenty of time to farm in Act 3, get anything done, and basically beat all the bosses and stuff, because, there's a lot to do in Act 3 as well. But yeah, we're making very good time, and that's going to wrap up today's chapter, and I will see you guys in the next one. So, bye.